Knowledge is power. It sounds trite. It sounds like something that is said all the time, and it is, but it is said for a reason. Knowledge really is power. I am from rural Manchester. I am a country girl, as we tend to say in Jamaica. I am from humble beginnings. Never really had a lot growing up, but it was comfortable. It was a good home that instilled the values of working hard, believing in God, in giving it your best, and even where if you fail, you try again. So that was the type of home. My drive for law, it started really with wanting to be in the know. So where persons would state something, especially my mom, she would say, oh, don't do this, or do this. And I said, why? So, that's the law, or, why do we drive on this side of the road? Things that were so mundane, but they were based on the law. So I wanted to know, what is this law thing? Why is it telling me what to do? And all of that. So it started there, but then actually understanding what it was and getting into it, I realized that this is what I want to do, or what I meant to do.
Tell me about your journey leading up to law school, any difficulties that you'd have faced and had to overcome.
Oh man, we'd be here all day. Honestly, my financial difficulties were the greatest part. And even in choosing where I would complete my Bachelor of Laws, that played a major role. So in weighing my options, I applied to both UWI and UTech for the LLB program. And I was accepted for both, but I had to choose the one which was more financially viable for me at that time. Still got in to UTech, and even though the school fee was less, it still was a lot for someone like me coming from where I was coming from. And, student loan was the route. I went that route. But then there was just life outside of that. So I was one of those persons who was always looking for scholarships, grants, bursaries, part-time work, whatever it was, to get me through. And it was a combination of all those things, whether it be a grant or a bursary, and a little side hustle that I did to put together to get me through to school. Finally got the LLB, and I did so with first class honors, as well as being awarded the President's Pin, which is the President's Roll of Honor. And then there came Norman Manley, which was, how am I going to make it here? And I actually did a GoFundMe in my first year, and I was able to cover my school fee for that year. And so that financial burden was lifted for the first year, but it's a 2-year program. So then I got to the second year and I still didn't know how I was going to make it through. So I had to go back to student loan again. And I mean, that burden is still there, but I am ecstatic because I'm finished, I'm through. All my struggles, all the hard work, all the working and going to school at the same time, it paid off. Ever since I was small, my mother would always tell me that God favors me. And I do believe I am favored by God, and not bragging, but I strongly believe that I have purpose and there's something that I'm meant to do with the capacity for knowledge and excellence that I have. And one of the things that motivates me the most, I would say, it's myself. I really just want to do well. I want to show others that it doesn't matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter your financial background. It doesn't matter who you are. If you see something and you want it, work towards it and you can do it. And I know education isn't the only way, but it is a major way to take yourself from one place to another. So it's really just my own internal drive for success, the wanting to make my family proud, my community proud, and my nation proud at some point in time, I hope.
What can you say about your experiences of law school? Was it all that you anticipated it to be?
All and more. I expected it to be difficult, but not too difficult to manage. And I enjoyed interacting with persons from different walks of life. There are persons from different countries who were there. I made a good friend who is from the OECS in the Caribbean here, interacting with judges and other attorneys, practitioners. It was all that I thought it would be and more. And there were difficult parts of it, not understanding the material or just being overwhelmed with the amount of time that you're, at school. It's as if you live there at some point. And that, though, just prepares you for practice, for what it is going to be in the day-to-day life as an attorney, which I'm looking forward to. Knowledge is power. It sounds trite. It sounds like something that is said all the time, and it is, but it is said for a reason. Knowledge really is power. To be in the know and to understand what's going on in the world, whether it be something big or small, it really helps you to be a rounded person. It helps you to make decisions not only for now, but those that will affect you in the future. It helps you to build your foundation as a person. No one wants to be one-dimensional. And if you think about something that is 3D, then it has several aspects to it. So if you want to be a rounded person as well, then it's good to be in the know. And being in the know doesn't only mean political stuff or sports. It's entertainment. It's what's happening on social media. It's what's happening in a book, what's happening in a country 1,000 miles away. To be in the know, to have knowledge, it's not only limited to your textbooks. So I don't want persons to think that when I say, thirst for knowledge is only academic. It's really understanding and putting yourself in a position to live your best life.